Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hardwood Nation podcast with your boy CL Anthony, my main man Chef P. What is
What's
up?
going on? What's going on?
Chilling. And
Yeah.
Money Mike. What is up?
What's up, gentlemen? Happy Friday Eve, Thursday evening for y'all.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Is that what? Oh shit! Look, my Friday was yesterday because I'm off on Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay.
This
So
is
my
this is
Friday.
my Monday. This is my Monday, so I don't even know what weekends are like anymore.
Look, fuck
Jesus.
Mondays, man. Fuck it. So as
Hey.
always, we got some shit to get into. This is kind of gonna be a Lakers slash LeBron James edition of the Hardwood Nation podcast. So let's see. The Orlando Magic, the Miami Heat, and for God's sakes, the Houston Rockets. The Los Angeles Lakers has lost 3 games in a row. Pat,
Mhm.
what the fuck is going on, bro?
I have no fucking idea what's going on. But I don't like it. Bro, you've been keeping close tabs on my team. You must be a Laker fan too. What's going on?
I got to do it for the fans. Now, come on, I got to cover the NBA for the fans. So I watched
Yeah.
everybody throughout the duration of the season. I know Anthony Davis been in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
Y'all was gonna take an L against Miami regardless because LeBron James was
Wow.
2-7 against Miami since he's left. So y'all was gonna take that L regardless. But
Okay.
dropping the L to the Orlando Magic and then getting the brakes beat off of y'all last night was ridiculous. Um,
So yeah,
Yeah.
LeBron has been consistently great. What is he averaging? Like 30 points a game, something like that. 7 point rebounds, 5 assists, something of that nature. AD, bro, I had MVP hopes for you this year, sir. I was gassing you up. I went against the grain, talking crazy amongst these guys here for you, bro. What are you doing here, bro? You feel me? MVP. Now your pinky hurt. Now you don't want to play. Okay. So that's where we're at with that. Cam Reddish, all them other scrubs. I think we just hurt, bro. Uh, but it's just what the sixth game of the season, eighth game, something. Where we at?
we're
Seven
still early.
games.
We still early.
So I mean, we got time. Talk to me at All Star break, and we'll see what we got going on then, bro. Well, where we at? 24 points a game, 9 rebounds, five. Woo! 21st season, bro. Hater.
So so LeBron James has been playing well. Okay, Mike, what do you think about this Lakers 3 game losing streak, considering the teams that they've lost to? You got us, Mike.
He in shock, just like me. We suck right now, bro. But we're gonna
So
be okay.
right
Yes, sir.
now, hey Mike, what do you think about this 3 game losing streak the
Yeah, I'm still
Lakers are
having
going
some
through?
lagging problems, I think, on my side.
Okay, so right now the Lakers, if the playoffs were to start today, we are of course 8 games into the season for the Lakers. But
Yeah.
if the playoffs were to start today, the Lakers would not be in the play-in. Now, a week ago, the Lakers were actually in the top 6 in the Western Conference. So, Mike, what do you think about this?
I mean, it's gonna sound like excuses. Like what was it? LeBron said last night, we can't be cohesive and work together. If they're going to be continuously playing like this. Like he mentioned the cohesiveness. There's a lot of new individuals on the team, but it seems like that's an every year. I'm gonna say excuse, right? Ron's playing great. Everybody else needs to start gelling, right? But when you have defensive players like Cam Reddish that are on there, he's getting a three kick to him in the closing seconds the other night. He's not supposed to shoot that. I don't care who he's not supposed to shoot that. So LeBron made the right choice in kicking out, but he didn't make the right choice to the right person. You know what I mean? So there's things like they do need to start gelling. It's an excuse, but it's also the truth because there's a lot of new opinions, a lot of new personalities, a lot of new characteristics on that court. But that still doesn't give an excuse for what's his name, Gabe. You got him from
Gabe
Gabe
Vincent,
Vincent.
yeah.
they.
Gabe
Gabe
Sorry,
Vincent,
Vincent, yeah.
yeah.
they
Okay.
Gabe Vincent. He's not shooting like he was in Miami. You know what I mean? And that's what they brought him there. Brought him there for threes. Austin Reeves. Oh, by the way, Pat, I heard all the stuff that you were talking about my team, bro, as the draft was going on, man.
Oh,
You
that
didn't
was
know
you?
it, but
That was you, bro?
yeah, yeah. But My excuse was I was on auto pick. I was on auto pick the
Oh,
whole time. But if you go back and
it's the
watch that, it's
robot's fault.
hilarious, bro.
It's really
It's
okay.
hilarious. Oh, why are you picking them? Why are you picking him? Why are you picking him? I'm like,
I
yo,
kept going
auto
in on
pick.
your team. I was going in on your pick.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I gotta go back and watch
My
that,
team
bro.
picked Paul George.
Yeah.
All the way up until I picked Paul George and Austin Reeves. Those were the two that
Okay.
you really wanted picked.
Okay. Yeah.
But
That was a
anyway,
great. That was a
my
great
point was is
episode,
that
by the way.
it was. I'm so like I put it everywhere on YouTube. I texted you like I wish I was there for that. That was hilarious. But overall, as far as the Lakers go, I mean, they need time. They always show though. The good side is that they always show momentum towards the second half of the season.
Right.
So this is one of the things that it might be an excuse, but it's also the truth when you say, "Oh, it's too early. It's too early to tell. Too early to tell."
Mhm.
So I don't
A
know.
lot of things
I
happened
don't.
on
I
that
don't
last
like it.
play. A lot of things happened on that last play of the game in Miami. Austin Reeves didn't dive far enough down in the corner, so his man was able to, give LeBron a little bit of trouble when he was trying to drive. And then LeBron, if that was Kobe would have pulled up at the elbow and knocked that jumper down. You feel me?
Don't hit me with that
Nobody
shit.
else
He would have bricked
would
it
have
too.
touched that.
He probably would have bricked it too.
What?
Look,
He probably would have bricked
All
it
right,
too.
look.
bro. I'm finna. Hey, see, okay, okay.
Jimmy had him locked. That's why he had to dish the ball out because Jimmy has him
Jimmy
locked.
had him what?
Jimmy had him locked. You heard what I said.
This man is delusional. Okay.
But
So
you can't help but be able to lock when that's literally the center of the whole team. You can throw
Right.
everybody on
right,
LeBron right now because nobody else is doing their shit.
right.
Kobe would have hit that jumper or that layup. He would have drew a foul, something, bro. Nobody else would have touched that ball.
Look, God knows LeBron didn't want to be fouled. God knows that.
Exactly. That's why he passed.
Moving right along. The reason why we're having this episode today is because I was upset because some comments that the False King said after the game.
Yeah.
So let's get into this really quick. You
Yeah.
lost to Orlando. I'll go back even further. You lost to San Antonio. You lost to Orlando. You lost to Boston. You were supposed to be the king, and you look like a laughing stock of the league because everybody was wondering when is LeBron going to step up while Kobe was fucking winning championships in Los Angeles. Okay. So with that said, the big three came together. It was a business decision. LeBron James came to Miami to win championships because he could not get over the hump in his first stint with Cleveland.
Mhm.
Now, the most upsetting thing about this is, let me pull this up here. Give me 1 second. Why has they got Wemby on here? 1 second, guys.
He's
Let
a
me pull
superstar.
this. Who? Wemby?
Yes.
I'm not giving it to him yet. Not giving it to him yet.
Wemby
All right.
Chamberlain.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
So LeBron James said, let me make this a little bigger here. Hold on. I
You're
would
not lying,
still
bro.
be I would still be at this level no matter if I would have came here or not.
Facts.
Now, the second part
Mhm.
of the quote, he tried to clean it up a little bit. Let's not get it twisted. The 4 years I was here, it was amazing. I loved everything about it. Loved the franchise. This franchise is top tier. It's one of the best franchises in the world. But as far as my career was going to be my career as far as individually because I know how much I put into the game and I know how much I've strived to be as great as I can be. Mike, I'm going to throw it to you first. What do you think about these comments from LeBron?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Oh, goddamn.
I do.
Yes.
I absolutely do. Because
Yes.
for one, let's think of this. He went to Miami. That was not the first choice. The first choice was where?
New York.
Chicago. Right?
Oh.
They decided not to go to Chicago.
Okay.
They decided not to
Because
do
they
the whole
couldn't get
Chicago
Bosh.
thing. They stayed in Miami. Dwayne Wade stayed in Miami. But right. So either way, there was going to be some form of a super team, if you will, formed regardless whether it was in Miami or whether it was in Chicago, or whether it was in New York, somebody was going to be going with him. So going to have that experience. In Cleveland, individually, yes, he was on pace to break Kareem's scoring record, period. So if you're talking individual statistics, they were going to be there. The championships are what's in question. Because if he doesn't go to Miami, Cleveland doesn't get Kyrie. Right? Because they were horrible. They got him in the draft. He was at the top of the draft. So they were able to form that team while LeBron was gone. So Cleveland now really decent, or even like 2000 and LeBron. So who knows what that would have ended up like. He may have ended up with no championships. But individually, the scoring, the rebound, the assists, the whatever, all-star selections, all-star MVPs, whatever it may be, those would be there individually for him because he was on pace to do that regardless. Right. So I think when you're talking about the perfect storm for Miami, for the Heat, it allowed them to come together in that city on that team. But would his individual number still be the same? I would think so.
Pat, how did you feel about the comments?
I don't feel like he said anything wrong. LeBron James would be LeBron James if he didn't go to Miami or, the way it went. I don't know why y'all so mad, bro. I mean, y'all were like 15 and 50 or whatever y'all record was before you got there.
That was the plan the whole time, the tank.
I mean, he brought championships to your city. He brought your culture there. So why are y'all so
No.
Time out. Who were the Heat before?
Time out. No. LeBron didn't bring a culture there. LeBron adapted a culture and moved it to Cleveland, and then therefore moved it to the Lakers. Heat culture was there in 1995. The minute Pat Riley said "fuck you" to the Knicks and came down, that's when the Heat culture started. So my thing with LeBron, as far as his individual accolades, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. We knew this kid was going to be great coming into the league year one. My issue is as far as his rings. Because LeBron was so great, LeBron would never be ranked on his individual statistics because we knew, as Mike said, he was already projected to break all of the records that he's breaking right now. He was simply defined by rings, which he didn't have before he came to Miami, and Miami did have before LeBron got there. So the culture was doesn't matter. One is better than zero.
How many?
So the culture was already there. That's fine. I'll take that one. My fans in Orlando would die to have one. So, I had to throw that shot over there. I don't care how many it is. LeBron needed Miami to win championships, and that's when you really what?
He
did not. You heard that man say.
He did not need Miami.
He
did not need Miami.
He came down there.
Culture. What's he culture?
After he was pumped. He came down there after he was pumped. The team surrounded him. The pussy couldn't even do a press conference by itself. The pussy still choked in the first finals against Dallas. I was there, trust me. He choked. It took D Wade to get into his face in the offseason. They took a trip to the Bahamas, and D Wade was like, "What the fuck are you doing? We brought you down here to win. You need to lead us, not me. Don't look at me. We brought you here to be the GOAT." That's the conversation that spurred. Oh, go ahead.
The plan was for him and D Wade to be there together. So in actuality, by him going to Miami, there shouldn't be any animosity for any of it because he kept D Wade there.
That's not the standpoint we're talking about.
But D Wade was supposed to go with him wherever
he was going.
That
was a plan, bro.
So
the first team.
More of an estate that he came to Miami rather than take Dwayne Wade away.
The first team that LeBron James was tied to was New York Knicks. The other guys wasn't tied to that just yet. The second team was Chicago. They had a meeting that week. They had 2 meetings with Chicago. Chicago could not clear the cap space to bring the third guy in. That's why Chicago didn't happen. Miami was there from jump. Hey, we got the cap space here. We got it. We can get all 3 of you guys, even though it was supposed to be Melo. but
Man,
Melo fucked up with his deal the year before.
man, fuck all that. Y'all should be
Right,
grateful that LeBron James came to South Beach. Y'all ungrateful. Y'all crybabies. Your
right.
boy was
So
right. Your boy Bryce was right.
instead,
Y'all some fucking crybabies, bro. Bow down to the
in,
motherfucking king.
instead of being Braun, Wade, and Bosch, it would have been Braun and Wade. Now they did needed to have to bring all three to keep all three, right? To keep Dwayne Wade, but at some point, I mean, it could have the tail could the whole tale in the story could have went a whole different way if they'd have chose a different route. We're sitting here talking about, does he need them? No, because he could have went somewhere else. They weren't even high on the list, as you just said. They weren't even there until last minute. There you go. Oh, hey, guess what, guys? We can get all three of y'all. So, okay, cool. That boosts our opportunity even more. But what happens if he goes to New York and takes Dwayne Wade with him? Goes
Miami
to Chicago.
just paid
Where did
UD.
Dwayne Wade go when he left Miami? He left
Yeah,
Miami.
he went back home.
Where did Dwayne Wade
and you
go?
saw how quick he came
And
back.
why?
And you saw how quick he came back.
UD had to take a pay cut so
Right,
LeBron could come there. He just got paid this year.
The point is, the point is Dwayne Wade had a want to go to Chicago the whole time.
He did.
Go home and play.
He did. I'm not disputing that.
So
but he found out quick though.
If absolutely. But if Miami doesn't come in and say, oh, at the last minute, hey, we can get all three of y'all, them there. That brought LeBron and Bosh there. That last minute move. But that's not saying Dwayne Wade still wouldn't have left to Chicago to at least try and win one with just Braun. And let's not forget, they had a decent team back in that era.
I feel like you're speaking from an emotional place. He said nothing wrong in his statement. I'm reading it right now. He said he would be great.
Agreed.
He said he would be great, whether he came to Miami or not. And he also said that he loved the franchise and that it's a top-tier franchise. It's one of the best franchises in the world. And you still mad, bro? What do you? I mean,
because he a pussy and he talk out of both sides of his mouth.
This man
again. I'm not questioning his individual statistics. He was going to have.
He does do that. I'll give you that, CO.
He talks out of both sides of his fucking mouth. This is a backhanded compliment, and so, and this is what made it worse for me. Okay, and I really try to like LeBron. I really do. I try so hard to like LeBron.
You bitter, bro.
No, I'm not bitter. I'm good.
Get over it.
I'm good. Trust me.
All right.
So, this was really. This is too much for me. This is too much for me. A king doesn't have to call himself a king, though. That's our job.
You can't tell me
he did. He didn't crown himself. He was chosen. LeBron James. Hey man, y'all respect him, man. I'm a reformed LeBron hater. Okay, I'm speaking from position of reform here. I saw the light. Okay, LeBron.
You saw the bubble.
I'm chosen. You still mad.
Go ahead, Mike. What you got, Mike?
I'm speechless. I'm speechless right now. I'm speechless right now.
Let me say it for you.
There is a like over the span of how long have we've been writing and doing this stuff. So how long we've been doing this? Like 6 years, 7 years?
Wow.
Bro, this is actually the 15th year overall for Hardwood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. I came in like I think 2000.
Yeah, you were in the second group. Yeah,
right?
You were in the second group. Yeah.
There's always been a hatred for LeBron. I think it's because he left. Period. He didn't fulfill the whole contract. He left after the 4 years. He opted out. If he would have went the whole time and that whole contract he fulfilled it, I bet you would feel a little bit differently. But he broke that whole run up by going back to Cleveland a couple years early, right? So
that team was washed.
Are you speaking from a veil of hatred in front of your eyes?
A veil of hatred?
When these things when I hear this, because he gave some exciting years to Miami. Now, granted, 2006 was great, but I mean, those 4 years with him and D Wade, that was probably the best 4 years that Miami ever had.
MVPs,
The most exposure,
championships.
the most
What's wrong with you,
revenue that
Cam?
Miami has ever earned.
Ungrateful.
The city has earned.
Ungrateful.
He brought so much money to that city, it's not even funny.
What's wrong with you?
Let me say this.
So,
no, go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead. I'm waiting for you. I want to hear what you have to say.
Say what you got to say, Cam.
From a basketball standpoint, no bias, just my eye test. From a basketball standpoint, in those 4 years that LeBron James was in Miami, LeBron James was the absolute best player on the planet. He played the best basketball in his career in those 4 years, and those 2 MVPs he earned, he deserved 1,000%. I'm not talking about him as far as his talent or individual skills. I'm talking about him from the standpoint of championships won and then his mentality. He became beast mode in Miami. He wasn't beast mode in his first stint in Cleveland. He was still trying to figure things out. When he wrote that bullshit ass article about going back home, he wrote that his stint in Miami was like going off to college to get the second step of his education. I'm paraphrasing, but he wrote something like that. Miami was when he became a man. Now, at the end, that team was washed. That team was done. We were getting ready to reload when he left, and that's fine. So I'm not bitter about him leaving because that team was already – that last year when they lost to San Antonio in the finals, I didn't even think they were going to go to the finals. I thought the Pacers were going to clip us in the conference finals. The Pacers were raw as fuck. They were raw as fuck that year. And so I knew that team was at the end. Now, so I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter, but he does have to acknowledge that he's a champion because of Miami. Now, that allowed him to go to Cleveland and have that incredible run with Cleveland. It also allowed him to go to Los Angeles and beat a wounded Heat team in the bubble. But it's still a championship.
You hear this?
It's still a championship. But it all started with him coming to Miami and adapting Heat culture, which was there since 1990. LeBron James did not bring culture to Miami. Miami put culture onto LeBron.
What winning culture does Miami have without LeBron James?
It all started in 1995.
Win what?
It took them a while, and then we finally got the championship in 2006.
It started in 95. Y'all didn't win shit. But where y'all winning until 06?
We went to the conference finals in 99. We went to the we went to the conference finals in 96 and 99. We did.
So do you also feel that he needed Miami more than Miami needed him?
No,
of course.
But I will say this. I will say this. In order to be recognized as one of the greatest players in the NBA, all you need to do is win one and be the linchpin for that one. So because of that, D Wade was already a made man. Oh, yeah. We had to show LeBron James how to do it, which is what we did. And that's what I'm saying. That's where the credit needs to be put at. Wade was already a made man. No one gives a fuck about Chris Bosh. Let's be real. We wasn't looking at Chris Bosh and was like, Chris Bosh has to win the championship. We wasn't having that conversation. Bro. LeBron was the one that we were having the conversation about. We know how great you are. We see all these playoff failures. When are you going to win a championship? When are you even going to fucking get back to the finals after you were beat down by the Spurs? Let's be real.
Let's give a little more respect to that type of a phrase to that 2017 because he did it on his own.
Yeah,
he did.
No other team has ever, no other player or team has ever had to endure what LeBron did in 2007. Let's be real.
This man is putting all the credit to Miami Heat, like LeBron.
I'm putting the credit to the Miami Heat for teaching LeBron James how to be a champion. You're damn right I am, and I will always do that. And that's not me. And that's not even me throwing shots at LeBron James.
If him and D Wade or Melo or if any other team that were outside of the scope came up and were able to offer 3 players, and it wasn't Miami. You don't think that this man would have won rings in that
That's
sense?
not what I'm saying.
I mean, look,
in that time span, maybe.
Yeah, that's not what I'm simply saying is, even if he was, because you keep tying him with Wade, and that's fine. Wade is a champion. Wade is his big brother. Wade showed him how to do it. So even if he went, let's say New York and won a championship and Wade was there, the conversation would be, okay, he had to be with Dwayne Wade to learn how to be a champion, just like he was in Miami. That's how the conversation would go. I'm not
That don't mean
saying
it's true though. Just because people
what is it
say
then?
it.
What is
The
it?
man, he's a winner. He's a champion. That's what.
What
He's
is
one
it?
of the
What is
greatest
it?
athletes that's ever played the game of basketball. That's the answer.
Let's go back to
He is
Orlando.
going to win.
Let's go to Orlando. All the hell Shaq used to catch. When is he going to win a championship? How the old heads got on Shaq about not winning, not winning, not winning. And then he finally had to go to LA. It took him a couple of years, but they finally figured it out, and he got the monkey off his back. He wasn't winning shit in Orlando. He had to go to a championship culture and learn that culture. Yes, he had Kobe with him. They got there at the same time. And then they learned how to be champions. There's nothing wrong with going somewhere else and learning how to be a champion. There's nothing wrong with that.
That would be
Just
cool.
give the fucking.
That would be cool if that narrative was true. I mean, they were both on the Lakers for 4 years before they won their first championship. They
learned,
win.
right?
They didn't win because they were Lakers. They won because Phil Jackson was their coach, and he changed their whole mentality.
Right.
So it's not.
He gave them a championship pedigree.
Yeah.
He gave them a championship pedigree. Let's be real about
what
it.
you're
Right?
saying is Shaq learned how to be a champion because of LA, right?
Because of LA and Phil Jackson. Yes, it's the same conversation. It is the same conversation. Sometimes you got to go somewhere else to learn how to fucking win. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. Give the fucking people credit that taught you how to win. That's all I'm saying.
But
don't shit on them.
He didn't, bro.
He's not shitting on it. He gives props to Miami all day.
Yeah, Cam, you missed that part.
And as an individual on the court in that time frame, he was the most dominant player on the court that anybody had seen. So
yes,
he's not lying when he says maybe less rings, but dominant from start to finish. Yes, absolutely. He would be the center of any game, the center player of any team. He just might have less rings if it wasn't for that third player in Bosch, depending on whatever happened, which we can't even talk about because it never did if he went to New York, Chicago, or whatever.
Right.
It's just not fair to him. It's not fair to him to mention all these what coulda, woulda, shouldas if he didn't play for the Heat. He played for them, and he won for the Heat. Y'all should be fucking grateful. But y'all over here acting like little bitches. Talking about LeBron.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that feels this way.
Ass up. Stop crying.
No, it's all. I bet it's all Heat Nation feels this way.
Skip Bayless feels this way. LeBron Dick Sucker Shannon Sharp feels this way. Hold on. LeBron Dick Sucker Shannon Sharp feels this way. I'm telling you. Yeah, suck LeBron Dick all day. Look, suck it better than Dwight would. But I'm just saying. They're on my side with this too.
Stop, bro.
Do not.
Oh my God.
Do not use the name Dwight and the word wood in the same sentence, please.
Oh my God. This man quoting Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. Who gives a fuck?
And I throw in Stephen A. Smith. All these guys are on my side with the same feeling that give Miami credit for the championships.
So what?
You know why? Why they're on your side for it? They're on your side for it because those guys are on actual cable television, and it's going to generate ratings to stir that.
Thank you.
Let's call that out for one. Skip
Bayless is the biggest LeBron hater. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't hold a weight to any word that Skip Bayless says at all.
Hell no.
Stephen A. He's out there these days. He's lost it ever since First Take has changed. Ever since they dropped all the good people from First Take. Man. And Shannon Sharp, Shannon Sharp is losing it more than anybody. I don't know if you guys saw that one-on-one interview from a couple weeks ago or whatever it might have been, but I forgot who it was with too, but he said some outlandish.
With Chad Ochocinco.
I gotta watch
Yes,
that because
it
I
was
heard
that
about
one.
it. I gotta
Yes,
watch
he
it.
said
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
Bro, he said some
Skip,
outlandish
skip,
shit. You watch
skip.
that,
Shut your ass
then
up.
you're gonna hold no weight to any word that he's saying as well. So you know what? You gave me 3 names that mean nothing
Yeah.
to me when it
Sam,
comes
you
to
lost
this.
all credibility when you named those people. What in the
Look,
hell is wrong with you, bro?
what I'm saying is that I'm not in the
Tell
minority of how I feel about this topic.
me what Brian
Definitely not in the
says.
minority.
Who
What's
cares?
up?
You don't have to be. You don't
So
have to be
Yeah.
because, like I
Who
said, those
cares,
guys
bro?
are out there to
Who
get
cares?
ratings. Tell me what Brian Windhorst says. Brian Windhorst has followed him since day
see,
one
I don't
in high
remember.
school.
Brian Windhorst.
Brian Windhorst has a
So
career because of
Brian,
LeBron. Let's be real.
exactly, and he did it following LeBron and reporting on LeBron. There are things that he says that supports him. He does follow up with, some things where he goes against him. So tell me what Brian Windhorst actually says, and maybe it might change my
I'll,
mind. But
I'll,
when you
I'll
name
look it
those
up.
guys, no.
No credibility with those guys, bro.
Yeah, I fucks with
Players. I
Brian.
I've
listen to
always,
players.
I've always said. Oh,
Uh,
you mean the players?
I listen to the players. Former players, current players. Gilbert Arenas, Kenyon Martin, not Rashad McCants, but like Stephen A. Smith. Stephen Jackson. Those guys, those people who play. I listen to their opinions. These Skip Bayless, bro. What? Come on.
Look, we're LeBron James, and I've said this numerous of times, and Mike has heard me say this numerous of times, is the greatest God, I can't say it. The
Yeah,
greatest
yeah.
statistical player to ever play in the NBA. He is that. I give him that. But he still learned how to be a champion in Miami. I'm not going to change my mind on that. So
That's the
really
only
quick,
thing I'll give you.
thank you. Really quick, we're gonna move. We're gonna move from one goat to another potential goat. Pat, what's going on with Wemby? What do you think?
Wemby. So I think it was
Whoa.
the draft episode, the fantasy draft. I said Wemby, if he got hit in the chest, he would fall apart like Legos or something. But I saw him play. Man, that man is amazing. He had a pretty bad game last night. I think he didn't score until like the third quarter in the Garden. I was pretty hyped for that game. I thought he would drop like 35, 40. But he did not. But Wemby is a 7'3" shooting guard phenom, bro. Bro, did you see him play against the Warriors? He's blocking shots and dunking on people, and he can shoot. He got a step back. I mean, he has footwork. He can pass, and he don't even know what he's doing yet, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine when he becomes a veteran and he's aware of floor spacing and what to do in critical situations, and he's more poised and he's stronger, and his
Mm-hmm.
IQ has improved. Imagine he out there just hooping right now. Imagine when he becomes seasoned. He's going to be a problem, bro. That's what I
Mike, what
feel.
do you think about Wemby?
So I'm gonna be the first one to say that some of these, in my opinion, overhyped high schoolers coming into the NBA. Last time we had this type of conversation, it was about Zion. I was right about that. I think Zion is going to end up being, he has a career because he's not even going to be on the court long enough. But I'm going to say this about Wemby. I think he's going to have a very fascinating career, but it's going to be short. And who
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I compare him to is in the sense of is Yao Ming, which way on Zion being overweight hinders him a lot. So I feel that you're going to see a fun side of a good draft pick in the sense of watching Wembanyama. I think we're going to have a good time, but we gotta take this while we can because he's not going to have that long of a career. So whatever these guys need to do, they need to do it. Put something together. Utilize this man. Put him as let's see what he's got. Give us that show. But it's not going to be that long.
So maybe what, give or take 7 years?
Yeah. Well, how long were we talking about Yao Ming being in the league? How long was he in the league? Like what?
I think Yao was in there for about 8.
Yeah, 7, 8 years. Yeah, so that's probably what we're about looking at.
They don't
What's
have
up,
the
Fat? You were
same.
shaking your head.
They don't have the same body type. Y'all
No,
mean
but the one thing that we're talking about, you said it at the beginning when you said that one elbow to the chest, he's gonna crumble like Legos, right? Which means to me that man does not have body mass. He does not have a structure that can withstand any pressure. Once he puts that on, as tall as he is, as small and frail as those bones can end up being, that man is skinny as shit. Let's be real. He has no weight on that body. When he puts mass on that body, he's going to put weight that he has not carried around before. That's what's going to make it interesting.
I just don't like
Real quick. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
I just don't like wishing bad. Not wishing bad, but I'm just optimistic for players. I don't want to assume they're gonna fail before they even started, bro.
Oh, I'm not
You
saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. I think he's going to have a good career. Like we're going to have, I think we're going to have a better time watching him than sitting here waiting on Zion.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But to dub people the GOAT, the next this, the next that, you can't do that. This is proving that you can't do that this early in the career because they may not have long enough careers to even talk about that. Right?
Wilt Chamberlain was what, 7'2"?
Yeah, but Wilt
about
Chamberlain was not
250.
going against Shaquille O'Neal type players, bro.
Neither is Wemby.
Wait,
who's Shaq in the league right now?
you're gonna tell me that he's in the West with Jokic, bro? You're gonna tell me Jokic does not have weight on him and can't body the hell out of him?
That's not Shaq. I bet Bill Russell was stronger than
Bill
Jokic.
Russell only had to go against Wilt Chamberlain.
And Wilt Chamberlain was 7'2", 250. He was a world class athlete, Olympian.
Right. Okay. I agree. Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but I'm just what my point is that this is a different NBA compared to that. Players are putting on weight. Karl Anthony Towns. He's got to go against Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns is bigger than him.
Trash.
Yeah, he's wide. He's
trash.
I'm
not saying trash. I'm not saying that he's not trash, but what I'm saying is this is the matchup that he's going to have to go with. And he's got to put weight on that body.
My point of bringing in Wilt Chamberlain is there's been examples of greatness with that same body style. And, he can put on weight and build your strength and still be functional. You're using Yao Ming. That's the most recent example. But there's been other great examples of players with the same build who've had long careers. So stop hating.
Yao played.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying Wilt Chamberlain had to go against 99% of 5'2" white guys.
Lies.
Outside of Bill Russell.
lies, and more lies.
So there's not a lot of competition out there when that happens.
Lies.
Wilt was big. Wilt was the biggest, and he wasn't even super heavy, but he was the tallest and the widest in the league at that time. Yao played. Yeah, Yao was in the NBA 9 years, but he only played 8 because he did sit out a year. And then in those 8 years of playing, he averaged 19 points and 9.2 rebounds per game. So he almost did almost averaged a double-double. But here's the crazy thing about Yao. Year 1, 72 games. Year 2, 82 games. Year 3, 80 games, and then it plummeted. Year 4, 57. Year 5, 48. Year 6, 55. It just started going downhill. That's why that team, which was great, could never get over the hump.
Exactly.
And that was Yao Ming. This is Wemby. This is somebody.
Right, but Yao Ming at both stages of the career, Yao Ming was actually more polished basketball player. But he had been playing professional for a long time. But both of them had been as well.
Exactly.
But the matchup, here's the matchup, and this is not us putting pressure on Wemby because, like I said, I haven't even watched him yet. I'm not going to watch him, despite ESPN trying to put him down the throat. Again, Dwight Howard might like that, but I'm having fun with this one. Sorry, but I will say this: the matchup to watch to really see if this kid has it is Joel Embiid. That's the matchup to watch. That's the closest thing we have to Shaquille as far as body type right now. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't expect Wemby to drop 38 against Joel Embiid. I just don't. But
Not
we'll
a
at
real.
least see defensively
Right.
how he can handle a Karl Anthony Towns, as big as he is a waste of fucking talent. Rudy Gobert, waste of fucking talent. Both of those they're big, they have wide
R.I.P.
frames,
Jaylen Brown
waste of
dunked.
talent.
You saw Jaylen Brown dunked on his ass the other
I'm
night.
not. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. But you can't not put this man on those guys. That's the role that he has to
right. You
play.
can't hide them. Right, you can't
Right.
hide them. Right.
Exactly.
So
I don't care if they miss a layup. If they throw that shoulder into his chest and he
mhm,
collapses, guess what?
mhm.
It's gonna hurt.
Wemby is what?
Yeah, yeah.
19? How old is Wemby? 19.
Yeah, I think he's 19. Yeah,
He's
he has to fill out. I don't
yeah.
know if he necessarily wants to fill out because if you guys saw his draft interview and they
Mm,
asked him about putting on weight, he said then he felt like he doesn't have to put on weight, which he's
mm,
grossly mistaken on that. Because like Mike
mm,
said, these players are starting to get a little bigger again. The
mm.
league is inching back up to where it used to be, like in the '90s, with player size and things of that nature. So,
He's gonna fill out. I mean, he's still a kid. He gonna fill out.
yeah,
He's gonna be great,
yeah,
and he's gonna dunk
yeah.
on Michael France.
Damn, man, what the hell?
Nuts
Hey,
in
that's cool.
the, nuts in your face.
That's cool because I'm only a 5'10" white guy anyway. It'd be like Will Chamberlain, right?
I mean, that argument is so played out. Y'all still on that?
But
Okay.
we're gonna wrap it up today. It was absolutely amazing having the fellas on. Pat, what's up? I know you cooking something. Tell the people where they can find you at.
Yeah, bro. I've decided to put myself back out there as a private chef. So I've been promoting myself on my social media, my Instagram. I'm Curry underscore Chivo there. I'm also at Orange Blossom Catering Co. That's my business page. So yeah, I'm promoting myself. A lot of creative things, videos, and great food. So y'all come check me out there.
Hey, y'all need to link up because, like I said, Mike got a food truck, so y'all might be able to share some recipes and some shit like that.
There you go. There you
I
go.
don't
We
know.
both.
Mike,
He a
what is
Wemby. He a
up?
Wemby hater. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I didn't even hate on him.
You
I
feel
didn't even hate on
me?
him.
Wilt Chamberlain
Right.
hater. You're a Wilt Chamberlain hater. We Lakers over here, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't
Tell the
know,
people where
bro.
yeah, Mike.
You can find me on Instagram, Michael Franz 0726, Twitter, McCartney0726. And if you want to take a look at my food truck stuff, you can definitely do that. It's Sofrito Tan Rico, which is all based Puerto Rican food.
Boricua.
Take a look at the menus. You know what I'm saying? You guys are all out in Arizona. Let me know. Meals are on me.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
holla at your boy. Yeah,
Let me get some of them tostones, some of that
I got you.
pernil, some of them.
I got you, bro.
Oh, let's do this. I'm hungry right
I
now.
got you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? For all these negative comments that you keep shooting me down for, I'm actually gonna charge you.
Put me on some of them Boricuas out there in Arizona too, my guy.
Got
You
you.
feel
Got
me?
you. All day. All day. Fly up out here. Let's
Oh,
go.
Yeah.
of course, we appreciate all our fans of the Hardwood Nation podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share our content. Drop comments below. Tell us how much you love us. Tell us how much you hate us. We always respond. Everyone stay safe, and we are out.
Lakers.